Cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane.
What an outstanding competition.
From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of horse.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky.
Look at that.
You ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to
A
the show.
hard-running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
And here we go.
Hello, Houston! You cannot start this rodeo without hearing that. Bobby T still is under the weather, but he's getting better each day. We hope to get him back sooner rather than later. If he were here, he'd talk about the same thing we spoke about just a moment ago. The caliber of the livestock that we're going to see at this rodeo is unbelievable. But I want you to watch for a guy by the name of Ernie Corson, because I've always said cowboys are a little more exuberant at Rodeo Houston because the prize is so big. So last night, Ernie in the first round puts on a show, right? He's 84 points. Now, does he just walk off like, He's got to show everybody how happy he is with a backflip into the pin. And when that happens, it just brings the crowd alive, and we love it when you're living. Andy, what are you watching for today?
Well, as a fellow Floridian, he is one of one. But I've got my eyes on Cade Bruno. The Idaho native was 85.5 in round one on a Calgary horse called Weekend Departure. And Cade has been big in some really big moments. And I'm hoping that if he could keep riding like he has so far this year in the winter, Cade's got a great season ahead of him.
Yes, he's top 5 in the world as we speak. He needs to get him one of those gold buckles. Listen, we have some talent on the arena floor that will tell you everything you need to know about what's going on down there, bring you interviews with the Cowboys. Let's go down and meet Janie Johnson.
Thank you, Boyd. It is the joy of my life to be here because Chris Stapleton will be taking the star stage just after the rodeo. I'm set up behind the buck and shoots, and I want to talk about a guy who got a round win last night. R.C. Landingham, 5 times to the NFR, who just happens to be right here getting ready for the bareback riding. You've already got one win under your belt. I know we've seen this horse Birch Bubbles a lot in the bronc riding. What do you expect tonight in the barebacks?
The bronc riders are all pretty excited about this matchup. I've seen a lot of videos of him. It looks like he's going to stack up right here, really jump in the air, and he's got a lot of hang time, and hopefully we can put some big numbers up.
Should fit you perfectly. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you, Janie.
R.C. Landingham, he's already got 1 round win. Can we do it again?
We'll find out when we get to the bareback ride. It's not far away, but we start with competition today called tie-down roping, sponsored by Boot Bar. Last night, Quade Hyatt was the last guy to go. 9-2 was winning it, and he smoked past that in a half a second. Wins round 1 with an 8-7. That got him $3,000. Hall, Cox, and Youngblood all cashed in. Remember, folks, you advance by money won. The way you win money is be faster or higher than anybody else in your Super Series.
In all the timed events, we flip the day sheet over. So if you were last in round 1, you're first in round 2. Hence why Quade Hyatt will be the first to nod his head. That 8-7 last night was good. Qualified to the national finals in 2024. Keep going, Canyon. 8-9. Solid beginning to our second go.
That is pretty. That is pretty. Just smooth. Oh, the calf kick free. Now they're telling us it's a no time. Oh, no. Well, listen, our next tie-down roper is Blaine Cox, and we asked him, what would you tell a young tie-down roper about competing at Rodeo Houston?
Give it all your every run. Don't hold back. You know, they pay every night, and just act like it's 3 100s and go at it every time.
3-1 headers. Go for the win every time. He ended up third last night with a 10 flat.
That's a great strategy. Don't back up. Does you no good if you don't move out. And you got to stay aggressive if you want to get out of the semifinals. And he did. He took a little reach. And you could see the frustration as he misses the calf. He had $1,000 from the first round, but he'll have one more shot. You get 3 chances, and I think it's one of the fairest formats, Boyd.
It is. I think it's one of the most exciting from the standpoint that you don't play it safe ever. You have to push if you want to win. And Marty Yates pushed yesterday. I wish I could show you the reaction of what happened when his calf got up. You're looking at an 11-time national finalist, 31 years old, the reserve champion of the world. He was going to win the round, but his calf kicked free. Now he's got to bounce back. There's Marty. Veteran, knows what he's doing and knows how to do it. There you go. Now remember, once he remounts his horse and rides forward, that calf gets 6 seconds to kick free. There is simply nothing to fault about that run.
He took the extra gamble of 1 wrap and a hooey, too, to be 8-7. Also liked the way he handled his slack in order to make sure that calf was ready at the end of the line.
I like the way he's patting that horse. Every tie-down roper will tell you that the horse is 80%. If you tied the calf to a rope on a post, most of those cowboys would be pretty even. But whoever's riding the better horse has the better chance.
Riley trained this horse himself. Son of a world champ who has crossed the $1 million mark. Partly, in fact, the 3 trips to the national finals. A championship at the NFR Open at the Pike Speaker Bus Rodeo. Big man who knows how to handle cattle. 9.2 for Riley P. That puts him second in the second go.
And look, he had to run that calf a ways. So he made up all this time on the ground. His groundwork was flawless because that calf ran real hard, and Marty had to track him for a stride or 2 farther than he probably wanted to be able to stop the watch at 9.2 seconds. That's quite a compliment to a second-generation talent.
This young man had a dream. 35-year-old Marcos Costa had a dream as a young man to leave his home country of Brazil and test his talent and ability against the world's best in tie-down roping. He's accomplished it. He's a world champion himself. We'll see his wife a little bit later on. But after a long time in round 1, he needs to make up some ground. And 8.9 will do it for the Brazilian.
That'll slide him right between Marty and Riley. Ooh, almost got that calf caught a little deep. Got a slack just in time. I will say this, the groundwork, the tying, the flanking, the gathering, and the tying has been flawless tonight. So if you're gonna be a tie-down roper, it helps to be a real cowboy first. And that's what Seth Hall is. He's a real rancher. He's a real cowboy from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Went to college at Odessa College. He can beat you in the tie-down roping. He can beat you in the team roping. 9-2 on his first run. Just right. Calves up. Red Baldy. Gather and tie. Look at this. You see him slap his hands? I don't know if y'all can look down there to the southeast corner, but there's a little yellow flag on the ground. That yellow flag indicates he broke the barrier. You can see it right there in front of the R on Rodeo Houston. That means he didn't give the calf the required head start. Oh, that was close. That was so close. But it's not a judgment call. You can tell mechanically how it was tripped, whether the horse or the calf did it.
Iowa, Louisiana's Zach Youngblood is next to go. Sits inside the top 30 in the world, currently ranked number 26, 10-7 in round 1 of Super Series 4. Deposited $750 for the Cajun. 3-time NFR qualifier who last season alone won Sheridan, Wyoming, Preston, Idaho, and Ponoka, Alberta. Those are 3 great wins. But when you look at this go-round, you got 8-7, 8.992. Single-digit time just to be in the top 4. Down the line he goes, a little bronky calf, great flank, but a little kick is going to cost him some precious time. 10 and 8. Well, it's 4th for now, so that's not too bad.
And that's where he finished last night. So the deal is he just, he's getting a little piece of the pie every night so far. And there's one or two ways you can advance with money. You can get a little piece every night, or you can take one big bite on a single night. That will lead us to a guy that is built like a tie-down roper. He's 6'2", 210. He grew up on a ranch, and if you watched the finals in San Antonio, you watched him tie a calf in 7.6 seconds. He won money in Tucson. 24-year-old Cowboy coming off his first national finals. Tom Kraus fires away. Had trouble in round 1. Wow! We got to give the calf 6 seconds. But if this holds, the last man for the second day in a row is the best man. By 1/10 of a second, he is going to win round 2 of Super Series 4. That'll be worth $3,000 to that Cowboy, and that puts him right in the middle of the fight.
Blaine Cox said to be aggressive. That's what it takes in order to win money, and money is how you advance. Take the first opportunity given to you. Handle that slack accordingly, so that when you get down, you can finish your tie, pull that hooey, and throw your hands in the air. A little clap and a look of disgust when it doesn't work the way you wanted it to. But tonight,
it's Tom Cruise all the way, cruising in front of Marty Yates and Marcus Costa. And it's pretty well divided. The round 3 of this Super Series is going to be a dogfight. We say thank you to the folks that brought it all to us. That is our friends at Boot Barn.
This is the Rodeo Houston Super Series. Here's how it works. We invite 40 of the top athletes in each of our 8 events. They're divided into 5 Super Series. Each one of those events is 3 rounds. At the end of the 3 rounds, the highest money winner is crowned the Super Series champion. They receive custom boots courtesy of Alberta Boot Company Outfitters and a custom Les Paul style electric guitar created especially for Rodeo Houston Super Series champions. Out of each of the 5 Super Series, the 4 highest money winners advance to one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 athletes in each of the semifinals. We take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 and advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go to one of our 2 wild card competitions. The winner from each wild card will advance to the championship for a shot at the $65,000, with a total purse of over $2.5 million. That's how the revolutionary Rodeo Houston Super Series works.
stay where you're at. The bareback riding is coming up next.
Hey folks, if you're 21 or older, pledge to rodeo responsibly as the Miller Lite designated driver. Scan the QR code and receive a complimentary fountain drink or bottle of water. Responsibility has its rewards. Always plan for a safe ride home.
Thanks to Cavender's Boot City. They sponsor our hardworking arena crew. They're down in the dirt, on the chutes, making it all work behind the scenes.
Of course, if you can't make it to NRG, you can always watch us on Space City Home Network, the Cowboy Channel, or Telemundo. Speaking of Telemundo, let's say hello to our Spanish-speaking announcers. That would be Enrique y Luis. Hola.
Hola, saludos boys, saludos Andy. Les invitamos que descarguen su aplicación de Telemundo Texas o encuéntrenos en RodeoHouston.com. Toda la acción del rodeo en español durante todas las 3 semanas.
Well, I have a very special request. When I say the word, would you be so kind as to give us a short introduction? Jineteo de Toros means bull riding. No matter the language, it is the most anticipated event of the rodeo. Boyd, if you be so kind.
What did
Are
you
you
want?
ready for?
Oh, are you ready for some bull run?
There you go.
Okay.
Well done.
Well, that was done in Gringo, so. Whoa, we're swimming. Yes, we are, and we're smiling. We love that. And now it's about to get rough and rugged, Andy Seiler. The bareback bronc riding. Coming your way next. Chevron proudly presenting it. And look out, Loretta, because R.C. Landingham, Janie already talked to this well-spoken cowboy. He might be tall at over 6 feet, but man, he can ride a bucket horse. Coop Cook in hot pursuit, as are the world champs Bigelow and Thompson.
One of my shocks from night number 1, that was Wednesday night of this Super Series, is that Weston Timberman did not collect a check. Got a 9-year-old mare underneath him tonight, the former Rookie of the Year, as exposed not from the Calgary Stampede. Waylon Bourgeois was 88 on this horse in Calgary, and as Boyd pointed out, we're going to see some tricks, some horses that are going to throw some things at you. And wow, did this horse get stronger towards the end of the ride. As we welcome in our pickup men to set him down to the ground. Right here, it's a great mark out from Weston. But watch, as this horse kind of circles back to the right, gets stronger and stronger, rocking Weston off his hand. 75 points for Timberman.
Okay. Mason Stoller, it's your turn to be the hero. 23-year-old cowboy from Veneta, Oregon. He won the Columbia River Circuit Finals. There's a good look at your hand that gets wedged into that rawhide handhold. The horse underneath, Mason, from the Survey Championship Rodeo called Nacho Libre. Wyatt Wardkey was 82 in Denver. Nacho Libre, yeah! Get off the ground and fire in one spot. Okay. It's time to go to school a little bit in the bareback riding. Just watch nothing but the hind legs of the horse first. Watch how that horse kicks out every time. Kicks out every time. Now watch the front legs of the cowboy. Each time the horse kicks, he's beating it to the ground with his toes turned out. He just marked 85 and a half, and Mason is one happy cowboy.
It's a great movie and an even better bucking horse. The Cajun turned Texan Luke Thrash, now calling Stephenville home. Used to live in Bastrop, Louisiana. Currently number 8 in the world on a Calgary Stampede horse called Buckin' Knight. This 12-year-old gelding, who is not happy with somebody messing with his head, is featured in Fort Worth, where Tilden Hooper was 87 points. And they've been as high as 90 on this horse too, Boyd.
Yeah, I believe it was Cole Franks in Calgary that did that. All right, folks, it's a 12-year-old gelding, so he's been bucking for about 6 years. So he's got a pattern. Here we go, here we go. Luke Thrash posted 83 last night.
So it's a strong horse, Boyd, but when you look at the timing, this horse is gonna hang a little bit and then kick. Maybe not as snappy, but as difficult to ride. Watch, in the air and then kick. Just a little bit of a delay, but Luke's timing is good. So is the score. 83 points for Thrash. That's number 2.
Okay, so Dean Thompson's a world champion. Him and his wife are taking Spanish lessons. We asked Dean, how's that going?
You know, about as good as you'd expect for a cowboy trying to learn Spanish. But I'm 30 days in, and after our last vacation, my wife said, we need to be able to communicate with everyone that speaks Spanish, and so we started, and she's kept me on track.
He answered in English, so maybe the Spanish isn't going so well.
Anybody can say uno más cerveza, right? All right, here we go. Dean on a horse called Zulu Warrior. R.C. Landingham, who you'll meet in a moment, won Canby, Oregon on this horse with an 87-point ride. Come on, champion of the world. Thompson, Altamont, Utah. Just, I mean, a rocking chair.
Well, and when you watch that little soundbite, he looks like a really easygoing guy. When you get to meet him, he is as intense as they come. Grew up as a wrestler. He is the ultimate competitor. I like the spur stroke, finishing that ride strong. 82 points. 82 is third for Dino.
Well, yesterday it was just, they were on fire. I mean, 87, 85 and a half, 84, 83 split the bottom hole. Right now, it's the man who won round number one, R.C. Lanningham. He's got an NFR bucking horse, a Canadian finals bucking horse called Birch Bubbles, but normally this is a saddle bronc horse. They can buck different under rigging. Everybody's excited to see what kind of trip this horse gives under a bareback rigging rather than a saddle bronc saddle.
RC, one of the taller saddle bronc riders, so a bigger horse is usually an advantage for him. You can hear the guys behind the bucket chutes like it, and there's a lot to like for the first 6 seconds. Now at the very end of the ride, this horse travels a little. We'll have to see how much they dock him and the horse for that.
So you can see as a bronc, he takes his head way down to the bottom. See how he'd have to give that horse a ton of rein if you were riding him as a saddle bronc? But, as you said, I think the first 6 seconds he's going to be 85, 86, but because of the last two, the score is going to be 82 for RC.
So now for the world champ, Clayton Bigelow, Clements, California. Another horse that mainly bucks in the saddle broncs. Grand Plum of the Calgary Stampede, the 7-year-old gelding. Lefty Holman was 87.5 on this horse in Calgary. Bigelow was 84 last night. Got him nearly 1,000. Great start. The 8-time NFR qualifier is back and feeling good.
Oh my gosh. That horse is as wide as a semi-truck. Look how thick that horse is. Bigelow, the 19 champion of the world, is now the #1 man in round number 2. 86 points in Clements, California. Spurs his way to the top.
Depending on the interest rate you get from your bank, you may not want this next horse. This horse's name is Debt So Long. Yeah.
Look at how wide that dude is.
He is huge. Our pickup men again, Tyler Craft, Taos Muncie, Randy Britton and Chase Servey taking care of the livestock. As Cashton Ford has his hand inside the bareback rigging, ready to go.
Canadian finals bucking horse. They were 86.5 in Ellensburg on this. Wow! He throws a little hitch at him. Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier about tricks. So just watch the front feet of the horse this time. Watch the front feet if you can see them. Bucks normally, then lunges. Bucks normally, then lunges. So about every third jump, he does one of these. Whee! Gets him way high in the air. Makes it real tough for Cashton. 62 on the ride for the Sturgis, South Dakota Cowboy.
From that 20-year-old, let's go to Victor, Idaho, and a 23-year-old who's just inside the top 10 of the world. Cooper, whatever you want to call Mr. Cook, he'll answer to both. Was 85.5 in round 1. We paid him $2,000. Interesting,
him and Dean Thompson were roommates together at Western Texas College out in Snyder. The horse that he's getting on is starting to play mind games with him.
Well, she might be living up to her name, Fresh Chick.
This is an 8-year-old mare. You can tell it's out of Canada. Look how thick the hair is. And we get down here to South Texas and the humidity, even though today was a gorgeous day with low humidity. It's still a lot warmer than it is in Canada. All right, did you hear that? That squeak? That was him running his hand in that rigging.
Finds a comfortable spot. Now the explosion out of the chutes. Great spur stroke. Pulling those feet all the way back to the bareback rigging. There's a lot of speed and a lot of power underneath him from that bay horse, brother.
Absolutely, but man, he exposed. I mean, watch this. He turns his toes out, dragging him up to the rigging. No matter how high or hard that horse bucks, he did his job, and the numbers will reflect that. 82 points for your Cowboy Cooper Cook of Victor, Idaho. Good-looking smile on his face. So one thing about the bareback riding, all you have to do is look at their faces, okay? I mean, whether it's the guy opening the gate or the guy riding the bucking horse, you can just tell by the grimace and the grit and the grind, the work that it takes. You're saying it's only 8 seconds? Guess what? It's 8 seconds of hard to ride. When you're victorious, you pump your fist and smile. Point to the big guy upstairs. Yeah, it's good to have a good day at Rodeo Houston. And Bigelow, Stuller, Thrash, and Thompson all cashed in round 2. Overall money, it goes to Clayton Bigelow. R.C. Landingham right behind him. And then Cook and Stuller going to have to get some more money won probably to move on. Want to say thank you to Chevron for bringing us the bareback riding.
The tandems will enter NRG Stadium next in the team roping.
Thank you to Houston Methodist, the official healthcare providers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and supporters of Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine, caring for our rodeo athletes.
Captions are available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. We'll make it easy for you. Just point your camera at the QR code on the center screens, and it will take you directly to our closed caption mobile app. Speaking of our screens, look up because there is the Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam. Let's see who we've got on there, Janie.
All our fans having so much fun from Rodeo Houston to a Carnival cruise ship. But this guy right there, it's the same person. He's there on the Bucking Bull having a great time, looking like a real cowboy out there.
Look at that. We got a little baby up on the party deck. Cute little blonde.
That's more than a baby. That's a baby cowgirl. I love it. So much fun. Okay, this is a cool kid. Even got the glasses still and the cowboy, the fringe on the cruise ship, having a blast.
Tough fit, cowboy, looking good. He's got his vest on and everything, riding that fucking horse. Thank you again to Carnival Cruise Line and our Cowboy Cam.
Hi there. Y'all looking good. If you're waiting on team roping, wait no more. It is the next contest of the day. Corral Boots bringing you the team roping competition. And last night, Tryon and Bray. That would be Chase and Payton. Or actually, yeah, Brady and Payton. $6,000 for the good. Christ and Ashford right behind them. Whoever ropes the fastest wins the most.
On the right of your screen, Colby Krieger, Fredericktown, Missouri, Rance Doyle, the second generation rodeo athlete. Whoa! Bumped into the steer right on the corner. And then we'll only rope one hind leg, so 15 and 3. 15 and 3 for only roping one hind leg in that penalty.
Well, it looked like he got out all right, but a hard-running steer. And then all of a sudden, just about the time he thought about throwing, he had second thoughts. Finally got in there and got one of those hind legs. So this team actually got second place money last night with a 7.4. You're looking at Bri Kreitz, number 10 in the world. Ross Ashford, number 6 in the world. And excellent work. 7.4, now down to a 6.5. You want to get faster each time you go. Bri just won Tucson, Arizona a couple of weeks ago. And now they hold on to the number 1 spot with 6 teams left to go.
Here's the team that teased you at the top of this event. Brady and Hayden, Tryon and Bray. 6 and 7 tonight to go for Montana and Texas. Hayden, the all-around cowboy, who's been to the national finals 3 different times. Won some pretty big rodeos as a tie-down roper as well. And you'll see his younger brother here in just a few moments on the head and side. Brady, in his own right, comes from a team roping family out of Montana. They've not only competed at the World Championship level, they've produced quite a few team ropings as well. One more swing to make sure it fits. Slides a little rope. 6 and 4. That is so smart.
Yeah, after being 6 and 7, they come back with a 6 and 4. But watch this. Hayden's going to rope the tail, too. He doesn't just get 2 hind feet. He gets the tail as well. See, we're always penalizing people if you only rope 1 hind heel, right? 5 seconds, you break the barrier, 10 seconds. I say if you can rope 2 hind feet and the tail, we should knock 2 seconds off.
You heard it here first.
6'4", 6'5", 15 and 3. That's what we've done so far.
Shea Carroll, interestingly enough, won this rodeo as a healer back in 2015. He's teamed up with the youngster Denton Dunning from Surprise, Arizona. They were 8-7 last night. That won them 3rd. They want to be quicker than that. Yes, they will. Quick enough, 6 flat. They're now number 1 in night 2.
And he caught the tail. I mean, we're on a roll, baby.
Everybody, Boyd has found a hill that he is willing to die on.
Yeah. Tuck it in tightly. Very proud of you. When Peyton Bray roped, Andy said you'll meet his brother a little bit later on. That's his brother on the right of your screen. He's the header. The man with the big red beard is Tyler Worley from Berryville, Arkansas. Tyler, take you back to 16 years. He was the national high school champion. He's been a champion ever since, 32 years old. 17-1 last night. Got to be faster. Tyler salivating on the side. Oh, did he get it? Just barely got that dally. Remember, the ropes aren't tied to the saddle horn. So once you rope, either the head or the heels, you got to wrap that rope around your saddle horn. But you want enough rope left to wrap. And then all of a sudden, the rope starts disappearing. It's getting down to the the knot. He's holding on to the knot. Woo, that was close.
That Wyatt Bray is almost tall enough that he could rope a foot. Mason Appleton and Sid Sporer. 7-1, the time for the last team. Now this team was 12-2, had 1 hind leg last night, but a long reach on the heel side. What a heel shot. I mean, tosses out a line.
And that's going to give them the lead in the round, 5.8. Sid Spores from Cody, Wyoming. Cody Stampede over the 4th of July. Put that one on your bucket list of rodeos you got to see before you go home to be with the Lord. That would definitely be one of them. All right, 5'8" new leaders. Here we come. Freeman and Rice. Do we get faster? We sure did. 5.7 by 1/10 of a second. The 2 kids. The 24-year-old header, the 23-year-old healer. Come on, Chris Stapleton fans. Let's give them a little something for that. 5 and 7. That was beautiful.
After a soft round 1, round 2 has turned into a knife fight. Nelson Wyatt and Jonathan Torres, final team to go. Won a little bit last night. They need some more. Long reach, JT. And he only roped 1 hind leg, so he's going to let that one go. It'll be a no time in round 2. You get one more shot at him, fellas. After a tough night with a hard-running steer, see what you draw tomorrow night. Typically, it takes about 3,500 a man to move on, so they'll have their work cut out for them in round 3 of our 4th Super Series as Nelson and Jonathan take a no time here.
Well, when it's team roping, it's about timing. You got to work with your partner. The header sets up the steer for the heeler. Now, a neck catch is a little wilder than a horn catch, and that's probably why he waited just a second. And if you're going to dally, you don't want to lose your rope. As Peyton Bray stares back at another good day at the office, and the eyes tell you the story. It's Rice and Freeman, 5'7", Appleton is 4, 5'8", now the total money. It's all about Tryon and Bray. They're 1,500 ahead of Rice and Freeman. Everybody else will be in a dogfight tomorrow to move on to a semifinal. We tip our hat and say thank you to Corral Boots.
The classic event of our sport, saddle bronc riding, coming up soon at Rodeo Houston.
Hello amigos, this is your telenovela friend Gabriel Soto. And my friends at La Michoacana Meat Market want y'all to have an amazing time at the rodeo. If you're drinking, celebrate responsibly. Plan ahead, choose a designated driver, or get a safe ride home. Because at La Michoacana Meat Market, we care about you and our community. Enjoy the show.
Hey, check out the best seats in the house. They're the chute seats presented by Chenier, right behind the bucket chutes.
All right, guys, it's autograph time at the Fan Zone presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. This is your huge opportunity to get autographs, selfies, pictures with your favorite Rodeo Houston athletes. We got world champions, the tie-down ropers are here. Quade Hyatt, he got a round win. He's from Canyon, Texas. Quade, how much do you love interacting with the fans?
It's awesome. It's good to get to see all these fans here. We're a big reason why we're here.
I love it. Make Quade's dreams come true and come get an autograph and a selfie. Get to hang out with all these great fans. Also, this guy right here, Leon Coffey, he is very busy meeting and greeting with all of the wonderful fans. Come check it out, section 104 and 124, the Fan Zone.
What a great place to take a ride. Maybe it's a ride on the carnival. If you were invited to Rodeo Houston, it could be a ride on a saddle bronc horse. What a group of saddle bronc riders we have as we say thank you to the one and only Energy Transfer. Go back one night and you watched an 85.5 from Cade Bruno on that Calgary horse called Weekend Departure. And when you look at these matchups, Boyd, we look to see quite a few more good scores in night 2 of our 4th Super Series.
This is Canada Day in the bronc ride, and we're starting with the champion from last night, Cade Bruno, Challis, Idaho. Exciting Bubbles of the Calgary Stampede. A 9-year-old gelding comes out and makes a quick move. And Cade, remember, half the scores from the horse for how hard he is to ride, half the scores from the Cowboy for how well he rides the horse. You want your feet at the front end with the toes turned out. He made a great example of that last night. Another fine example of it tonight as we await the verdict from our contest officials. 80.5, not quite what he was able to do the night before.
Shea Fournier, the son of an NFR bull rider from Raceland, Louisiana. Got to watch him put up some huge numbers at the Clark County Fair and Rodeo, where he rode the world champion bucking horse, the Black Tie, for 92 points. Also watched him win the Northwest Florida Championship Rodeo in Bonifay. But 78 last night was not enough. The 12-year-old mare underneath him is called Blue Chip from the Calgary Stampede. And here's the hope, and she has the same trip she did in Fort Worth. Rusty Wright put up an 88 there, and so far it is looking fantastic. A little bit of a slow start, but a great job holding those feet for the mark out.
Absolutely. And then at the very end, we didn't know if the horse, after the whistle, was going to duck to the left or duck to the right. And so he was hunkered down at the end of the whistle once he knew his job was complete. Hey, Mr. Fournier, the Cajuns are happy. 84 points for Shea.
I can't believe the name of this next horse. Four-time world champion Zeke Thurston has a bucking horse named Doughboy. The $3 million man is trying to collect some dough, and the Doughboy is showing off. I do see it, though. The horse is pot-bellied.
Yeah. Might have inspired that. Folks, a clinic. You win 4 world titles because you ride a horse like this. Watch that that bronc rein go out and up. Watch him turn his toes out every time that horse lands on the front end. This Cowboy just did it to the tune of 86 points. He knows it, and you know it. Way to go, champ. 86 for Thurston.
One of our qualifying events for Rodeo Houston is the Fort Bend County Fair and Rodeo in Rosenberg. Brandon Lansford was our champion there, earning him a spot here. Took the title in Jacksonville, Florida last year, was 70 and go round 1, borderline untimely, and the timing looks good for the man in the pink shirt. It's a great rebound ride, but we need to work on the dismount.
Yeah, the dismount needs a little work, but man, you're not going to miss him in that pink shirt. He was 70 last night. He improves that by 9 points. 79. Oh, that's a great way to sprain an ankle. He claps his hands. He's happy with the effort. Good to have you back with us, Cowboy. Brandon, let's go to Dawson Hay, Wildwood, Alberta, Canada.
Generations Pro Rodeos, Pearl. They got Mini Pearl, any of the horses with the name Pearl in them are usually a very, very good draw to have from Generations.
What's that, guys?
Nice paint horse. Been a bunch of points on this horse nearly every time they buck him. And there's another great landing from Dawson. His dad, Rod, is a 2-time champion of Rodeo Houston, as well as a 20-time NFR qualifier, and the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Dawson spurring over the rein on the right-hand side. He's going to move into a tie for second. 84 points for the Canadian from Wildwood, Alberta.
One of the shocks from our first go-round was his older brother coming up with a no score after he lost his stirrup. So Logan Hay, the 29-year-old, 2-time NFR qualifier, has a Survey horse called Pressure Cooker.
Good, Peyton?
Lefty Holman was 85.5 on this horse here a year ago. And Parker Fleet was 84 on this horse in our first Super Series. Heck, if you're 84 tonight, that splits second, third, and fourth.
This is the older brother of the kid you just watched. And then there's Zeke Thurston right outside the gate on the other side with a big smile on his face. The guy who's winning it right now, and he's giving all kinds of advice to Logan.
You think it's all advice? He's not razzing him at all?
Could be razzing him a little bit.
Zeke has a dry sense of humor and can be a little bit of a prankster.
Well, that's Dawson now, who you just watched with the 84. Give him a hand on the head of that horse. Here comes Logan. He's been to Las Vegas a couple of times. Oh, the saddle! Are you kidding me? His feet are still in the stirrup.
He's still in it. Yeah. I've seen saddles come off, but I don't know if I've ever seen somebody remain in the seat with their feet in the stirrup.
This horse shucks the saddle like it's a t-shirt.
I mean, all the way over the front and then jumps over him. And look at this. After he goes over the head of the horse and lands on the ground, he literally just has the ability to roll over with both feet in the stirrups.
Now, they tell you to do this, folks. If you get bucked off, you're supposed to bury your head. Bury your head, because if you stick your head up, that horse will kick your head off. So he's taught from the time he was a kid that anytime he gets bucked off a horse to bury his head. Now, this isn't golf, so there'll be no mulligan for Logan.
Here's another Canadian, Cole Oshbacher. Was 84.5 last night. Was worth $2,000. Big time in Houston. The 12-year-old mare from the Calgary Stampede that they usually feature in the bareback ride. But Zeke Thurston was 87.5 on this horse in Ellingsburg. See what we can do here. One Canadian's done well on this horse. Can another get some more? That is pretty. Gosh, that's just fun to watch.
It looked like his saddle might have started to slip over the top of that wither just a bit. He posted 84.5 last night. He's not far off that mark tonight. 84 points for Cole. And now we're locked in a three-way tie for third, fourth, and fifth.
Well, Boyd pointed out that it is Canada night in the saddle bronc ride. And here's our fifth Canadian. Fifth Cowboy from Alberta to boot, Lucas Moxa. He is the son of a stock contractor, a leather worker in his own right, and a very talented one. Got a national finals bucking horse called Exotic Warrior.
He's 6'2", 170, so he's a lot longer than your average saddle bronc rider. Exotic Warrior, the horse from the Calgary Stampede. Sage Newman had this horse in Las Vegas at the National Finals. Marked 85.5. Big start. Strong mark out. And away we go. Mosca. No! Oh, no. After being 83 last night, like I said, strong mark out. He held his feet. I just didn't see what happened here. Did he lose his swells, Andy?
I think when this horse starts to drift just a little bit to the left, right here, he's going to lose it on the left side. You're exactly right, Boyd. He lost his left swell, comes down. Folks, give it up for that young man. He's got one more to try and ride to advance from round number 3, but a no score tonight.
Bronc riding, the classic event in the sport of rodeo. It's how the sport was born. One ranch had a horse that they said nobody could ride. One ranch had a cowboy they said nobody could throw. And the bet and the game was born. A bronc rein, stirrups, balance, control, and then look out. That's why we put airbags in automobiles right there. Just to save your hide. Clapping the hands when things go right. Dawson's like, I don't know what to tell him. Zeke Thurston takes all the cookies in the cookie jar with an 86, and he remains number 1 by $250 in front of Bruno. And then Ashbacher's in the conversation. There's going to be a lot of guys fighting for that last spot. Energy Transfer brought you the saddle bronc riding.
I hope you're not leaving. You better not, because steer wrestling, it's coming up next.
It's time for Entertainer Trivia. Everybody look up at the big screens. Answer the question on the screen correctly for a chance to win season tickets to the 2027 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
And visit the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. It's in section 104 and 124. A lot of opportunities. You can see Rodeo Houston champion saddles up close at both locations. And look at that right there. Miss Rodeo Texas, Rodeo Royalty. Get an autograph, get a selfie. It's all in the Fan Zone.
Well, it's time to have some fun on the Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam. So look up to those video screens. We're going to bring out the Cowboy in you. Who are we going to start with? Who will it be? Oh, look at that. Nice little rodeo fan up on the pool deck.
I love seeing these kids up there on the big screen. You got a cowboy hat on the left, and there you are riding a bucking bronco on the right.
There's a cowgirl getting a tan on the deck of that cruise ship.
You don't see a lot of leather and fringe on the cruise ship, but you can here at Rodeo Houston. Look at those friends right there. And over there, I think that's a bucking bull. Look at the horns on that bull. So much fun.
Thank you again to Carnival Cruise Line.
There are beautiful people in this part of Texas, and a lot of beautiful people have come to watch steer wrestling at Rodeo Houston. This is where the big men come out at night. It's brought to you by Mattress Firm. And so far, Ryan Shuckberg, the former Bronc Buster, he was able to slam one down in 4.5 seconds. That got him $3,000. Eli Lord of South Dakota, Joe Goose, all in the conversation. But we start with the Badgerland talent, Nick Guy.
Just so you know, steer wrestlers are not the boogeyman under your bed. He's $1 million cowboy. No! Get up, Nicholas. That is a tough steer. I did not expect that to happen, Boyd.
I did not either. So an 8-7 last night gives way to a no time. This has not been a user-friendly steer. This steer took his head away from another cowboy earlier. That's why they call it wrestling. Now we go to the man who finished second last night with a 4.6. The second-generation talent, Eli Lord, Sturgis, South Dakota. Oh, excuse me, we're going to J.D. Struxness. The man who just won San Antonio, a world champion from 2024. Milan, Minnesota Cowboy. Won $135,000 in Las Vegas doing this. Throwing one steer a night for 10 nights in a row. Here we go. Nice steer. But the barrier.
I hate that word.
We saw it in our previous timed events. You got to give the steer a head start, and if you don't, there's our sky cam look. Yeah, that steer's still about a foot away from that barrier line. And again, I emphasize it's not a judgment call. You can tell by the way it was tripped, whether the steer tripped it or whether the horse tripped it.
Tell the barrier to butt out. Eli Lord of Sturgis, South Dakota. The 32-year-old all-around cowboy. Won the all-around title in Austin last season. Was 4-6 in round one. Just 1/10 of a second off the win of our first go in Super Series 4. 32-year-old has a brother that is a past Rodeo Houston champion. That would be Levi. Steer looks out. Yeah. Takes a step to the right. Good job by the hazer to bump him over, but I almost wonder if they got a little too tight.
Well, one thing for sure, the steer hit the skids. He's like, look, dude, I'm running. And then all of a sudden, psych. Yep, he just, I feel like I was on South Main in traffic today and that happened. Just flying along and somebody hit the brakes, so you fly by them. All right, let's turn to the man from Nisfale, Alberta, Canada. The Canadians had a good night yesterday because he won the steer wrestling last night with a 4-5. Ryan Shuckberg. Going to be a little longer, but at 5'6", That's still going to put him in the number 1 spot in the round.
That steer takes a big step left, too. So great job putting his body back in position before he goes to the nose. 5 and 6 for Shuckburg. Gives way to Sallisaw, Oklahoma's Chance Howard. Coming off his first trip to Las Vegas at the National Finals Rodeo. Our Super Bowl of this sport held every December. Was 6 flat last night. Steer checks up. He handles it. Yes, sir! 4.6. And now the Okie has moved into the driver's seat.
Good work. Got out behind that barrier like a bandit. Steer still set up, but he was ready for it. Way to go, Cowboy. So look, this is Joseph Guz's first time here at Rodeo Houston. We asked our next Bulldogger, how are you feeling here at Houston?
It's really a chance to get a jump on the year and win a lot of money, and they treat everybody so good here, and it's, you know, best of the best guys, so it's really exciting.
It's like some of these other collegiate tournaments. You figure out where your game is at whenever you come to Rodeo Houston, how good you are. You go against some of the measuring sticks of our sport. Joseph won Hempstead, the Waller County Fair and Rodeo, to be here with us. Took advantage of his chance in round 1 with a 4 and 9 and collected $1,000.
Now you want the steer at the front of the chute. You want him looking out the gate, so when the gate pops, he'll move. So that's what the handler's doing. He's trying to get that steer looking straight. Oh, got down high. That'll cause you to lose the left horn. Oh, it's a precursor to the calf scramble. Come on, everybody, help him, help him, help him. There's no quitting here. So what happened is he got down so high, and by that I mean on the back of the steer, he wasn't able to slide his body between the horse and the steer. And that'll cause you to lose that left horn. And the struggle is real. He has to hang on to that left horn. Finally gets it back. And the steer starts to slobber. And there we go.
You don't want to hear this, but he also broke the barrier, so 24 and 7.
Ouch.
Stetson Jorgensen, the number 2 man in the world. What have you done in the last 3 weeks? This guy won Kissimmee, won Tucson. Hard-running Palomino horse puts him where he needs to be. That's how it's done. 5 and 2. And if we had grass at the bottom of NRG Stadium, he'd be at about the 40-yard line. I mean, ran a long ways to be 5 and 2, and he's now number 2.
So how did you get involved in rodeo? We'll ask guys that sometime, and this guy will tell you that he walked in his dad's pawn shop, saw a bareback Wagon in a bronc saddle, and bought it. Started off riding bucking horses first, and then he grew up to be bigger than a redwood tree. So they're like, well, what can big men do in rodeo? They can bulldog, and he can bulldog well. This guy's been the champion at the National Finals Rodeo. He's 6'4", 245. Don Payne, now living in Stephenville, Texas by way of Colorado. 2-time NFR qualifier. 13 and 9 on his first run, and that was not good for any money.
In this event, more than any other, when the barrier line is involved, you have to be as close as possible. You don't have a rope to shorten that distance or make up time with. It is nothing but you, the horse, the start, and your body.
Look at the tooling on that saddle. That is a handcrafted piece of art right there.
Easy, Boyd. Don't be shopping.
Sorry. All right, here we go. Got him standing the way he wanted. Hazer punches him over. Come on, Don. Yes! Is he clean? Is he clean? He is. Here he is, clean as clean can be. Ladies and gentlemen, you just watched the fastest run of the Super Series. 4.1 for Big Don Payne. Way to go, Cowboy.
And a big thumbs up to boot. Pay that man his money. Money is how you advance. When you go over the head of the steer, no money in your pocket tonight. And when it's a rough one, sometimes you have to crawl back into position in order to complete the task in front of you. That left horn goes down. The rear end of the steer follows. Don't worry, Nick. You got one more to go. So do you, Stetson. Tip your hat whenever you have the fastest time, just like Don Payne. That was worth $3,000. But here's the board that matters. The money board. Chuck board at the top, followed by Payne, Howard, and Lord. Everybody's got money, so it'll all come down to tomorrow. Mattress Firm brought us the Steer Wrestlers.
When we return, the ladies in the horse race called barrel racing, the minute we get back.
You make this happen. All 35,000 of y'all. Volunteers bring the go to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo every year. It's community, it's service, it's a way of life, and it's uniquely Houston. Volunteers are at the heart of it all. At Phillips 66, we believe in sharing good energy. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Volunteer Appreciation Day. Our energy and your passion fuel our city's favorite tradition. Thank you, and let's rodeo.
This is kind of sad, actually, and I'm from right there, so this should be somewhat, maybe.
Texas. Huh?
There you go.
North, south, west, East Texas. East Texas should probably be a little bit weird, but.
There.
No, this is not good.
It's a sailboat, almost.
Something like that.
I feel like I did pretty good, but.
Beautiful crowd here at Rodeo Houston. It is time for the barrel race. The 3 barrels are set. We got the first round out of the way last night. That means these barrel racers are ready. They know the setup. They know the ground. Their horses now know where all 3 barrels are. We're going to see some fast times tonight.
It usually gets faster each and every night for our barrel racers as the comfort level increases. Partnering with us in the barrel race is S&B Engineers and Constructors. Who did it the best in go round 1? AC Pinkston. 14.74 on that beautiful bay horse is the time she turned in. Let's see if one of the top 10 cowgirls in the world can repeat, as we were tied for second and third in a very talented group here, Boyd.
Well, we start with one of those ladies that tied for second and third. This is Helen Nawasad from Stephenville, Texas. She won the Tops in Texas Rodeo in Jacksonville, the champion there. Picked up money in Pecos, picked up money in Houston last night. You can choose the right or the left-hand barrel first. It's the jockey's choice. Helen into the right-hand turn. Now watch her check him up, make sure he sees that barrel. It's standing. You can touch it, you just can't tip it. Come on, the louder you get, the harder they ride. 14.55. That is a smoking fast run, folks. That could win it all.
Love how athletic that little horse is, too. I mean, he can move. Denham Springs, Louisiana's Presley Smith was 20-32 in her first effort. A little longer than she wanted to be on the buckskin. Southeastern Circuit finalist. We'll start with a right-hand turn. Finish with 2 to the left. It's still up. Keep going. Second turn is a good one as well. Final turn in the middle. Now make your way back across the line. How fast will we be? 15.23. That is an improvement. We're moving in a positive direction, Janie.
That's right, and I think we're gonna get even better as we get ready for last year's Resistol Rookie of the Year, Mackenzie Mays, in her first trip ever to Rodeo Houston. This horse's name is Ronda Rousey, and this horse can turn the barrels. I talked to her earlier, she thinks she was a little conservative in round one. She's gonna let it go here in round two. Great first barrel. This young barrel racer is so impressive, rides so many great horses, but Rousey is the queen. What a run they just laid down here at Houston. Woo, 1477, that was solid. They're gonna get better and better. Good job for them, moving into that number 2 spot.
We turn now to a former champion of Houston. She won it in 2024. Two-time NFR qualifier, graduate of South Dakota State University, Leslie Smolyago. Into the right-hand turn. Hustle, 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 spanks him on his way to the left. Tight around 2. Last night clocked a 15.92. She needs to knock some time off of that. Former Houston champ, yes, much better. 0.8 of a second better. 15.12 for Leslie.
Well, guys, I told you the times were going to get a little bit faster tonight. We want to take a look at our number 1 and number 2, Helen Noasad and Mackenzie Mays. About 0.2 difference between their times, which 0.2 in the barrel racing world can make a lot of difference. We're going to see where it was. They were about head-to-head together around that first barrel. Helen's on the darker horse. Mackenzie Mays is on the sorrel. And you can see they start to separate here at second. Then they come back together around the turns. That means one horse is just a little bit faster in the straights. The angle, though, going into the third seems where the difference was made here, because you lose a little bit of time with different pockets, and Helen's just a little bit ahead, kept that lead on a straight line headed home. And 0.2 of a second, that's about how long it takes to blink, so that's how much of a difference it can make in the barrel race. We still have AC Pinkston left to go, though she's our winner from last night. I had a chance to talk to her about this awesome horse Bullet in her second trip to Houston.
I always said that my horse would thrive here, and after last year I had like a lot of confidence coming into this year, so I was really excited to get into Houston and just be able to showcase my horse and let him thrive like he did last year. He honestly amazed me last year, and he's just started amazing me this year as well.
I love that. They gained a lot of confidence last year, and now they are rolling with it in 2026. Already have a round win under their belt. Can they do it again?
We will see. But first we go to Haley Gibson Stillwell, Redcrest, California IA. 15:02 in round 1 of our 4th Super Series. She won second at San Antone, but we are wide around the first one. Get closer. That's better. California lady's got one more turn. It's the best one yet. As she stops it in 15:24, just a touch longer than she wanted to be.
So we saw the next barrel racer's husband in the tie-down roping. This is Keila Costa. She too is a Brazilian from Tyler, Texas. She came to the United States in 2016 to pursue her barrel racing dreams. 14.78 last night to split second and third. However, the lady that she split it with is winning the round tonight with a 14.55. Keela's going to try to catch her. And close. 14.90 will slide her into the number 3 spot.
Coming up next is Haley Garrison Graham. She had the best season of her career in 2025. Here at Houston, she had to change horses. This horse of hers is a young horse, still very green. And the setup here at Rodeo Houston, it is not an easy one. You see, she's really trying to ease this horse she calls Bubbles up this alleyway, making sure that he can see that first barrel before she takes off at full speed. He's a lefty. We're not letting him go to that first. Now we can take off and kind of cruise around this pattern here. Nice second barrel. This horse is picking up speed as we go into the third. She's an awesome cowgirl, and she earned her way here to Rodeo Houston. Nice, clean run. That horse is going to get better. It's just this is a difficult setup when you're young and you're learning the ropes of pro rodeo.
She'll get there, and so will Bubbles. But AC Pinkston is there. She was 14.74 last night. The College National Finals champ. Won second at Fort Worth. She's number 8 in the world, and she's not afraid to lean in. They're standing up. Come on, let's go home. 14.95. She's going to get a check the second night in a row. The Stephenville, Texas ladies got it going on.
Yeah, she'll get another 750. Oh, but right now, you got to know, it's about teamwork. The horse and the jockey have to become one. They've got to be partners. And the G-force is real. When you plow around that ground at one of those 55-gallon drums, when the watch stops today, though, it's Helen Noasad. And she'll be the top cowgirl on 2 runs. She's basically won enough money to advance. I think the same for AC. Out of the remaining 6 barrel racers, there's only going to be 2 spots left when we go into the final round. Thank you to S&B Engineers and Constructors for bringing us the barrel racing.
More cowgirl action coming at you with the Breakaway Ropers. Our gratitude is shared with our friends at Oxy. They bring the ladies to us. In round 1, nobody tossed it out as fast as Riley George. She smoked it on this cab with a 3-1 as you watch that rope break away. Splitting second, third with a 3-7. That was Bryn Eyes and Gilbert.
All right, so let's start with the cowgirl who won first last night. Did the same thing in the tie-down roping. This is Riley George, number 6 in the world. She's getting her master's in agricultural science. There you go. 3.1, an exact duplicate of what she did one night ago. So consistency often pays off in the breakaway roping. 3-1 and 3-1 for the California Cowgirl.
Like Groundhog Day for Riley. Sawyer Gilbert, Buffalo, South Dakota. Boyd, keep your checkbook in your pocket. The flea bitten gray is back. 3-7 last night. Split second, third. And she's 3-6. A little bit quicker. Not too bad for the 2021 champ of the world.
I mean, she threw a Nolan Ryan fastball right there.
Okay, here we go. Bailey Bates. She's a 3-time Indian National Finals Rodeo World Champion. I love this story. She was a high school ag teacher, saved up money so she could chase her pro rodeo dreams. Found this horse on Facebook. We got a hard-running calf. She tried to reach for that throw, and no time for Bailey Bates. Disappointing, guys.
Oh, my. Madeline Richards. Hey, folks. She is a 4th-generation graduate of Texas A&M. She's pursuing her master's in ag economics. The 2024 college national champ. Oh, it's too quiet in here. 2.8 for Madeline Richards. Woo, rope speed, sling it.
I've got a confession to make before our next cowgirl goes to rope. I bumped into the past champion of Rodeo Houston, Haley Williams, at a restaurant yesterday. So today, since she missed last night, I'm taking all the blame, all right? So today, I made sure I didn't run into her. Stayed away from Haley so that it's not my fault. No more bad mojo.
Yeah, well, nice try.
At least she caught today. That's a hard calf to even toss a line out on.
That's my point. I mean, my gosh. Yeah, you want to talk about Left Turn Clyde. You remember the movie with Clint Eastwood, the orangutan?
I do.
Yeah, Left Turn Clyde, because that's what the little red baldy calf did.
I didn't know that orangutans liked Oreos either.
Yeah, well, you learn a little something every day. 4.9 for Haley, the past champion of Houston. Now to Kinley Brunais from Craig, Colorado. Oh, no. A 4th-generation rancher, basketball standout in high school and college, all-state, all-conference.
All right, we're going to turn things around. We go to Braylee Shepard right here, your 2023 Rookie of the Year, originally from Utah. She's number 17 in the world standing. She is such a fierce competitor. We got a hard-running cap. We're going to reach for it. Another no time.
All right, everybody take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. That feels better. I didn't know Janie even listens to us. Millie Greenwood, Caldwell, Idaho. Columbia River Circuit Finals champ. It's 13-8 in round one. It's number 25 in the world. Love to add to that. 2-8, 3-1, 3-6, 4-9. Our top 4 times. Comes out from behind the barrier line. Swinging on, 4.1 for Millie, and that will put her fourth. $750 to the good.
Hard running calf. Old Yella had some wheels. She had to run up and then reach and make it work. Caldwell, Idaho, and the Treasure Valley are cheering back home. All right, there's the look of the ultimate competitor. Look at the concentration in those eyes. And if you do a 3-1 once, why not do a 3-1 twice? You got to throw the heater, Ricky. And that's exactly what they did. And Haley's like, I did the best I could with the cap and circle to the left. Did I get out? Did I get out? That's the look in her eyes. And then the smile from Riley. Tonight it's Madeline Richards with the win in front of Riley George, Gilbert, and Greenwood. Riley George has punched her ticket. She's going to make it for sure. Madeline Richards is a good bet. After that, it is going to be a fight for whoever qualifies to a semifinal. Thank you to Oxy for bringing us the breakaway.
If you're not glued to your seat, you need to be. Bull riding is coming up next.
Time for y'all to check the screens. Look up at the screens for the answer to the trivia question. The winner for those season tickets will be announced on March 21st.
Visit the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. It's in sections 104 and 124. You can take a picture with your favorite rodeo stars or get an autograph. That's Eli Lord right there. I think we see some saddle bronc riders, some rough stock stars, all your favorites from here at Rodeo Houston. Make sure you check out the Fan Zone. That is the place to be. Get a selfie with that great mustache of Kate Brunos right there in the saddle bronc riding. So much fun to be had up there in the Rodeo Fan Zone, section 104 and 124 here at Rodeo Houston.
Hey guys, Stetson Wright, 8-time world champion. I'm here at Houston, and I'm kind of going over what the Houston Methodist Sports Medicine team has done for me over the years coming. They're a huge role, especially on my side of the arena. Rough stock gets pretty brutal down here, and when I get slammed on my back too hard or something, I can go in there. Just about anything you can ask for, they always seem to get me covered, and I'm happy to be here at Rodeo Houston. Thank you, Houston Methodist.
There are bulls on the outside. There are bulls on the inside. There's a lot of bull everywhere at Rodeo Houston, but right now it's time for bull riding. Sponsored by Rock and Roll Denim. And last night, we had only 2 guys get to the whistle, and one of them was this guy. Jordan Spears of California. First man to go, marked 87 points. Ernie Corson was in hot pursuit with 84. Everybody else has to bounce back.
But we need someone to protect them, and here they are. On the left of your screen, it's the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Dusty Tuckness. The man in the middle, 6-time NFR qualifier, Nate Justice. And the man to the right, the brand new daddy, the fastest man on cleats, Bo Sheets. And don't look now, but here is the legend from Soper, Oklahoma, our barrel man, Mr. John Harrison.
Hey, Houston, who's ready to ride some bulls?
Well, you would be in the right place. Okay, John, be careful. This is a young bull. He's only 3 years old. He's black and white and has really high horns. Turn him back to the left. Goosebumps for Fulton Rutland. One out, one down. So, John, if you were to compare bull riding to anything, what would you compare it to?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know, like definitely not accounting.
What do you know about accounting?
Okay, I don't know what it'd be. Bowling.
Bowling?
Yeah, the bowling ball and the pins. The bull riders are the pins. I don't know.
You can tell that's his sport, bowling. All right, here's the guy that won the round last night, the veteran, Jordan Spears.
At an 87 on a bull called Damage Control. But now, Sonny B is who he's matched up with. This bull's 44-13, 70% buck off for this Survey bull. But when they do ride him, they average 86.
John, he's only got one horn.
That makes me feel better, Boyd. Thank you.
Well, the other horn's in a rodeo clown somewhere in Oklahoma.
But he's got the halter on, so he was originally a show calf here at Rodeo Houston.
No,
that's not true.
Fake news.
Watch how high this bull gets in the air, y'all. I'm telling you, Jordan's ears are going to pop because this bull will get in the air. 33-year-old bull rider. Wow!
Keep going, Jordan. Go.
No! He survived the most treacherous part of the trip. It's when the bull leaves the chute. That is hard to survive. But he did. And at this point, I thought, give him all the money. Unfortunately, nothing, no score.
Well, the next man you're going to meet is Ernie Corson, and Ernie has a special way to celebrate. We asked him, how did that get started?
Back in 2007, just me and a bunch of my buddies got up on the fence and just started hitting backflips, and it stuck with me, and so I just kept on and turned it into my signature move.
Well, we saw the backflip last night after an 84-point ride, and the 32-year-old has drawn a bull called Honey Badger. We already watched Luke Mackey be 87.5 on this bull in our first Super Series.
He's a big red dude, folks, and he's going to turn back to the left the minute this gate opens up. He's not just going to turn left to go into the arena. He's going to turn back to the left and stay hooked. Now that's opposite Ernie's riding hand. He's riding right-handed. There it is. Make the move, Ernie. Make the move. Oh. Bullfighters. And no backflip today for Mr. Corson.
There hasn't been one bull get anywhere near John. I mean, not even in the same zip code.
They don't want none of this.
What?
They don't want none of you? What would you do if a bull came up and stuck his head in your barrel?
I would be in his eye like an onion. That's what would happen.
You'd be in his eye like an onion?
Yep.
So you would make the bull cry?
Exactly. You're catching on quick, boy.
Don't laugh, Andy. He's not that funny. Let's go to a former champion of Rodeo Houston, Krieg Young. Former Rookie Year Award winner. Mad clap.
These bulls are smart. I mean, for that bull only being a 4-year-old, he is smart because he sets him up. Right here, this bull's going into his hand. If he stayed there, he could ride him all day, but the bull felt it, went back the other direction. And how about it again for our bullfighters being Johnny on the spot and pulling the bull away. Give it up for Bo Sheets, Nate Justice, and Dusty Tuckness.
Okay, folks, here's a rematch. 1 year ago, this man, Tristan Mize of Bryan, Texas, had this bull in this arena and rode him for 3.8 seconds. We got to get even on the bull they call centerfold. Two-time NFR fucking bull. Come on, Tristan, you can do it. No! The big muley. We are 0 for what, 5?
Yeah, that's 5 in a row. When you have a national finals bucking bull, you can't get off your rope. And when you see that space between his hand and where his butt sits in the bull's back, no score. Okay, Chinley, Arizona's Robbie Taylor's gonna help us. He's got a bull that they are 23-3 on. He's only been ridden 3 times. They've marked this bull as high as 46.5.
Which means you could be 93 points on this bull.
Yeah, when they ride him, which is only 3 times, they average 88 points. Wham, bam, the Serbian bull. Ooh.
Well, the wham was the front, the bam was his helmet.
He's still smiling.
He's gonna repull. What did you say about his teeth?
You keep taking licks like that, you're not going to have all your teeth. Hey, I got a question for you, Boyd.
What's that?
How much money would you pay to see your partner Andy get on the bull?
Oh man, at least $10.
How many of y'all think your rodeo announcer should come down out of the little air-conditioned building up here and get on the bull?
I know my wife would pay $1.3 million because that's the life insurance policy.
One thing about it, when John starts talking about people with no teeth, he's been to a couple of family reunions like that. So. Whoa! Right on his guts! Stop right on his guts. Thank God for that protective vest, but it's kind of like watch this, right on. Ooh. I thought I saw the front feet of this bull. Yes.
Owie.
Owie?
Yeah, it hurts. That's one of the things you say if it hurts. Now,
they don't call you the best color man in the business for nothing.
That's why I went to broadcast school. I'm going to say this next bull's name one time and one time only. Holy ship.
What?
Pronounce it
with a P at the end. Puh, puh. Raleigh Johnson.
You know, like the Edmund Fitzgerald. It's a ship.
We need an 8-second bull ride, and the Swan Valley, Idaho man would love to give it to us. Do what he did in San Angelo at the shootout where he took all the cookies. Got a big red bull that could go in either direction. It's a younger bull from the Serbies.
Yeah.
He's leaning on his right leg.
Woo! Slap him. There's a good idea. See, the bull's looking out. Well, that puts all of his weight on the right-hand side of the chute. He knows that gate's going to open. That bull is just itching to get to do his job. So now we're going to we call this a neck rope. And we're just going to start rubbing underneath his chin, make him feel a little more loved and comfortable. Raleigh Johnson, another Western Texas College standout. The slide gate, I wonder if wiggling that might help. Well, he's going to repull. We're going to move up. All right, let's go to Trey Kimsey. You're looking at one of the most accomplished bull riders in our game. Last year, he won Mandan, North Dakota, Lawton, Oklahoma, Minot. 4-time NFR bull rider. His dad and his brother, all very accomplished in the rodeo industry.
This bull's 22-11, and of the 11 times he's been ridden, it was all by right-handers. Trey is riding right-handed.
Let him buck underneath you.
They marked this bull 45 at the Rodeo of the Ozarks. Yeah. 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 No. So he touched him with his free hand. And that's going to disqualify him. Oh, my.
Keep breathing, Cowboy.
I mean, that bull cracked him like a bullwhip. Some tough luck for the 27-year-old veteran. Now we're going back to Raleigh. Houston, let's have him. Holy, oh no! Well, shout out to the Survey crew. Their bulls, every one of these bulls that you watch is from the Survey Championship Rodeo Company and Shad Smith. And they pitched a shutout. Ride after ride after ride. Cowboys limped away. There's the rising on the glove and the handhold. Jordan survived the big leap, but couldn't stay on. Rocked into his hand and out the back door. The feet get behind and he gets flipped like a coin. Landed on his ear. Just walking away is an accomplishment. Uh-oh, right in the guts. Bam. The bullfighters maintain the ferocity. Nothing changes, folks. Jordan Spears and Ernie Corson still the only two guys to ride in this Super Series number 4. It was still fun to watch, thanks to Rock and Roll Denim. Up next, a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes. We want to welcome some lucky recipients of our Rodeo Acts of Kindness program. They've been moved down from the 6th level to these great seats thanks to Rodeo Acts of Kindness participants Philip 66.
Hey, get out your phones and scan the QR code up on the screen and you could be on the Raising Cane's selfie cam. Surprise, you're on the big screen. I love those Rodeo Houston earrings, looking good out there. Rodeo Houston fans, I think that's a hook 'em horns, maybe? I don't know, but we're having fun. What a great head of hair. I love seeing this crowd. You guys are having too much fun. We have a lot of Chris Stapleton fans out there on the Raising Cane selfie cam. Hey, don't hide from the camera. Oh, I love the cowgirl hats, looking good. See, the hats are all looking great. Smile, you're a star, up on the selfie cam. Come on, Houston, let's see you live on the selfie cam. Having so much fun with your family and friends. I love to see it. Maybe a good-looking couple out there. Everyone having fun here at NRG Stadium. Surprise! All right, Houston, you guys are all looking great out there. Thank you, and thank you to Raising Cane.
For generations, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has welcomed professional athletes from around the world. They come to compete and take part in one of the most exciting and celebrated events of the year. But the Cowboys and Cowgirls admit they'd be nothing on their own. They fully rely on their partners. And now Oxy is honored to present the other part of the team that these athletes cherish, the part of the team that they love and fiercely protect, just like a part of their family. This is historic Rodeo Houston footage from over a decade ago of two legendary horses. On the left of your screen is a mare named Hostage. Next to her on the right is a stallion named Lunatic Fringe. Both of these horses have done their part to help crown Rodeo Houston champions over the years. But they did something else. They raised a daughter. This is their 14-year-old daughter, Lunatic Bayou, and she has followed the footsteps of her mom and dad. This mother of four has bucked at the top rodeos across the United States, including here at Rodeo Houston. These animal athletes were born to be bucking horses. They're loved and respected by the cowboys that dare to ride them. And soon enough, the youngest member of this deep bloodline, the son of Lunatic Bayou, that is Lunatic Bay. He will one day grow up and set records of his own, just like his mom and his grandma and granddad. You know, some horses are born to run fast. Some are meant to work with cutting precision. But these athletes were born to challenge their riders. Bucking comes natural to these broncs, and it's our responsibility and our honor to make sure they're cared for with respect, because they're a part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo family too, and they represent both the legacy and the future of our rodeo. All night long, we've cheered for cowboys and cowgirls. What do you say just one time we cheer for the animal athletes that carry them to glory? I want to say thank you to Oxy. They present our Born to Buck legacy. And remember, if you're coming back out to the rodeo, even if you're not going to the concert or the rodeo, you can check out the Born to Buck legacy. You'll see these beautiful horses up close at the Born to Buck exhibit right behind the junction.
All right, get ready. Coming up, these kids are headed your way. They're ready to run. All the calf scramble action is next.
Shout out to our arena crew. They feed the stock. Not only do they feed the stock, they work the gates, the chutes, the dirt. These are the hardest working folks you're ever going to meet. And they're proudly sponsored by Cavaliers Boot City.
Life on the road of a rodeo athlete can be challenging. That's why United Airlines is thrilled to reunite rodeo families and bring them along for the ride. Luke Thrash is in his third year competing professionally and is making a name for himself. When he's not competing, you can catch him helping out fellow athletes on the road trying to get home to their families. Luke, while you're out helping other cowboys get to their families, we want to unite you with your family from United Airlines. You were selected by your peers because they think you deserve this, and so do we. Congratulations, Luke. You are tonight's Rodeo Reunited family, sponsored by United.
What an awesome looking audience. Thank you so much for coming to Rodeo Houston. It's Calf Scramble time, sponsored by Transocean. Tonight, we want you to keep an eye out for the first scrambler to properly catch a calf and cross the line, because that scrambler will have the chance to compete in the Super Scramble on March 21st. Let's join Andy and Janie to meet tonight's scramblers.
Thank you, Boyd. We have got another great group. Tonight, it's 15 young ladies, 14 young men, all of them exhibitors in FFA and 4-H. Now, Janie had a few extra moments to get us some inside baseball, if you will. Some information on the scramblers, and Janie, tell it to us.
Yeah, Andy, we have another awesome group of kids coming up, and tonight really is about dreams coming true for so many. We even have one girl who came here, moved from Nebraska, came to Rodeo Houston for the first time, and never thought she would have the ability to get to come down here to the Calf Scramble, but she's here, she's ready to compete. We have a lot of great kids. Let's get it started with Sophia Robles,
Alondra Lopez,
Hadley Trammell,
Elijah Andres,
Summer Ogden,
Lillian Smith,
Annabelle Vandermeer,
Braden Sullivan,
Jesse Yarbrough,
Reagan Valet,
Slayton Rader,
Carly Bowling,
Corbin Vickery,
Asen Johnston,
Creed Nahavitsa,
Grayson Walker,
Michael Morris,
Madison Mallet,
Kason Corley,
Madison Mallet,
Jillian Watson,
Easton Messler,
Matthew Wagner,
Carson McCreary,
Brantley Humphrey,
Paisley Faw,
Emma Sutton,
Corwall,
Isaiah Vega Gallegos,
and Trevor Atkinson. That is the 11th Calf Scramble, and another great group of exhibitors ready to go. Now, when we do this, each and every time, we ask a couple of people to help us out. First, it's the gate opener. The gate opener is going to swing the gate open so that we can have our calves in the arena. We welcome Miss Rodeo Texas, Rihanna Santos. Our Calf Scramble starter will be the one dropping the hat so that we know when it's time to catch our calves. It's the president of UT Health Houston, Melina Kibbe. Let's swing that gate open. The calves will come up the lane. The Calf Scramble Committee has it all together. The hat is up in the air. Once the kids see that hat drop, they know it's time to get moving. Let's catch a calf for time number 11. It's Calf Scramble time.
All right, they are off, and we already have 2 kids on 1 calf, but it looks like number 10 has one caught. Reagan Vallet right there. She's a cheerleader. She shows animals. This is her first ever calf scramble, and she got one caught early. That's impressive.
Fresh set of kids, fresh set of calves, and they are feeling frisky on a day where the temperature dropped a little bit.
That will have an effect on the calves, definitely. We forgot to give a weather report. Number 17, Michael Morris right there. He plans to go to trade school. His big brother is his biggest role model. I wanted to give him a shout out. He's also a football player. That can definitely help you in a calf scramble.
Of course it can. Once you catch that calf and hold it tight, you got to put the halter on. We've got a few calves caught, but no one is headed towards the box with the halter in place just yet.
We got a bit of a stampede happening over here by the buck and shoots. A lot of calves up for grabs. Number 23, oh, he looks excited. Number 23's got one caught. That's Matthew Wagner. He wants to go to West Texas A&M, Canyon, Texas. Hello, 17 years old. Oh, looks like number 17 might have made it across the line first, Michael Morris.
Michael was blazing fast.
Number 23's calf just kind of slowed up on him. Matthew, he's got it caught. He's still going to make it across the line, but these calves can be a little bit difficult once you get to this point.
I have found Michael Morris, one of our first catches. Now, Michael, how did you catch so quickly?
Determination and holding on.
You did a fantastic job. Now, are you bringing a steer or a heifer back to the show?
Hopefully a heifer.
Why is that?
It's just what we've always done. Just keep it in the family. That's about it.
Perfect. Well, he's going to keep some family traditions going on. Give it up for Michael Morris of True FFA.
Oh, we're having a stern conversation with this calf over here. We can just get the calf to pick its head up. We can ease that halter on. This is the time to remain calm.
Did you say a staring competition?
A stern competition. Stern conversation is what I said.
Oh, a stern conversation.
Yes, yes. Because she's having to just talk that calf into just staying still. All right, we got somebody across the line here. Number 15, Creed Nahavitsa. He owns 3 trucks. And we asked, why do you have 3? He says 1 for towing, 1 for party, and 1 for daily use.
Okay, then. Well, we have number 22 down here in the southeast corner. He's got his own cheering section, Easton Mesler of Iowa Park FFA. There's number 12, Carly Bowling. Carly is motoring towards the white line. Just a few more steps.
Carly just 1 second at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo showing rabbits. So she is doing amazing here at Rodeo Houston and just crossed that line.
Jump on in, young lady.
Hey, you know, from these hard-running calf scramble kids to our rodeo athletes, Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine are standing by to take care of any injuries to our competitors. We got another one crossing that line there, number 8, Braden Sullivan. He rides dirt bikes, and now he just crossed into the box in the calf scramble.
Whoa.
Oh, I saw that one.
Was that 20?
That was 20, Jillian Watson. She just rolled right across that line. You don't see that very often. She plans to go to Texas Tech, shows heifers.
There's Trevor Atkinson battling it out from Ellis County 4-H.
Plans to go to A&M one day and wants to be a music producer. Very cool. See, these kids, they are very well-rounded.
A music producer. Okay, then. Don't have to worry about me releasing any tracks anytime soon. There's Isaiah Vega Gallegos, Crosbyton FFA.
This is his 3rd ever calf scramble. He plays football, baseball, basketball, plans to go to Texas Tech. Like I said, very well-rounded, involved in so many different activities, but still in 4-H and FFA, awesome ag kids all around.
Serious disagreement happening between number 25, Brantley Humpert, and that black calf. Oh no, it's coming towards me. Number 9, Jesse Yarborough, is giving chase. On the other end, we've got number 13, Corbin Vickery of S&S Consolidated FFA. John, that was the weakest effort ever to try and help someone in the calf scramble. See, look, now we've got the real athletes helping out. Give it up for the bullfighters, because your barrel man is wearing 2 knee braces.
Somebody grease the pump handle.
All right, that's number 2, Alondra Lopez of Dayton FFA. She's got the calf captured. Now, a great shot of that halter as she looks to put it on and lead the calf inside the box. There you go, behind the ears, over the nose, tighten it up. Nice job.
All right, we've got one caught right there, Alondra Lopez. This is her 2nd year showing. She plays soccer.
Now John's helping. Nice job, John.
Thank you. Thank you.
Way to go, Emma Sutton of Arlington Heights FFA, getting that halter in position. You know, catching a calf is just the beginning of a year-long journey for these 4-H and FFA exhibitors. Our calf scramble program dates back to 1942 and has awarded over $22 million in purchase certificates to nearly 25,000 students. Raising these animals teaches life skills such as the responsibility of caring for a living animal, record keeping, decision making, and communications. How about we give it up for another great group of calf scramblers as we say thank you to Transocean for sponsoring the calf scramble. Don't go. Please don't go. We're gonna need your help. The Chuck Wagon Racing coming up soon.
It's our distinct privilege to honor America's heroes, as well as their families who support them, like our Gold Star families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. On behalf of Crown Royal, we salute the men and women in uniform that make it possible for all of us to live with freedom and pride in our country. Tonight we honor United States Navy Petty Officer 2nd Class, currently stationed at Navy Talent Acquisition Group Houston, where he serves as the recruiter in charge of Navy Recruiting Station Lufkin. He is directly responsible for the accession of highly qualified applicants into the United States Navy, ensuring mission success through disciplined leadership and accountability. Prior to his current assignment, He served with Special Boat Team 12 and completed multiple deployments in support of global operations, including in Japan from 2013 to 16, in Bahrain in 2016, and AFRICOM in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, this is United States Navy Petty Officer, Second Class Rayvon Potts. Join me in thanking him for his years of service and sacrifice to our country. How loud can you get for a man who swore the oath? And thanks again to Crown Royal. You sound beautiful. Now it's time for the Axis Sounds of the Night.
This way. Come on, boys. Ah! Excuse me. Coming through. Ah! Ah, coming through. Woo! Let's go, boys. Ah! Ah! Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Oh, man. I guess it's back to my career of trying to be a professional rapper. Ignore the bald spot. Ignore the bald spot.
Well, it's time to watch it in real time. Baylor, Ford, and STX Beef. Luis, we get to pick first. Which one do you want?
Well, I picked last time, Boyd. Which one do you like?
All right, we're going to go with STX Beef. How about you, Andy and Janie?
We'll take Baylor Medicine.
They're not in there.
All right, Ford.
Cheapers.
Baylor Medicine is in there.
They're not supposed to be.
Kind of confused everybody. What's going on?
Okay, they're off, and Ford is in the lead, but not for long, because Baylor Medicine is sneaking up on them as they make that first lap.
I like Baylor. Come on, baby.
Ok, vámonos. Segunda vuelta viene STX Beef. Necesitamos STX Beef. We got to break this losing streak.
Somebody scream!
We took STX.
What?
Here we go.
We got Ford then.
STX Beef, here we go.
on.
Ladies and gentlemen, make more noise. Let me hear touchdown.
Ford. Here we go. Ford.
Championes.
I want to see a replay. I want to see a replay. Ford on the inside.
STX Beef took it all.
Enrique, you did much better when Bob was able to be here. But look at the nose. Ford is a half a stride behind STX Beef. It didn't matter which wagon they picked, the little ones down there. There's wagons always lose anyway.
Boyd, if you keep bragging, then you should probably leave.
I'm not leaving, Andy. You're stuck with me. Okay?
Here we go, guys.
So thank you to Baylor, Baylor, Ford, and STX Beef. Second
Boyd,
heat.
We are campeones. We are campeones.
Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. All right, little ones. Janie and Andy, you get to pick first.
Chevron.
Okay. Who do you want, Luis?
Mustang Cat.
All right, that means Enrique, you've got Chevron.
No, Kroger.
No, Kroger.
Yes, my goodness.
Does anybody know what's going on?
I'm glad you guys are sticking to the script.
My script.
I got the runaway shopping cart. Here we go, guys.
I love it.
If this was a race to the Galleria, Bob and I are right at the Westheimer exit. You guys are barely getting on a Kirby and getting on each other's way.
Hey,
This is
you
what's
keep
going
it
on
up,
right
you'll be buying us dinner at the Galleria. All right, the assimilated start is over. The race is on. I think Chevron is going to win it. And if you're sitting in the front row, cover your nachos.
If you want Mustang Cat, let me hear you, Texas.
Only room for Kroger. Only room for Kroger. Let's go. Kroger on the inside. Let's go.
Chevron on the outside, Mustang Cat in the middle.
Here we go. ¿Dónde están los paisanos?
I think
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a goal. This is going to be a goal. Head to head. Vámonos.
Yes.
Ándale,
Yeah.
ándale.
Kroger got it. Here we go.
Chevron.
No.
I think it's Kroger.
I think it's Chevron.
I think it's Chevron too.
Yeah.
Nobody asked me, but I think it's Chevron.
We don't even need to run the replay. It was Chevron.
Let's go to the goal line.
Kroger, here we go.
That camera angle isn't right.
By a nose, it is Kroger.
I think that was old footage.
Where's your victory dance?
That was old footage. I need to talk to the guys in the tape room. Is Hash in the tape room? That looks like old footage.
Yeah.
Lucky 13. Lucky 13. The blinker's turned on. We're heading off into Westheimer, heading to the Galleria. See you guys. See you guys.
Thank you to Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. We know you love it, and you're not going to have to wait much longer. It's coming up soon. The Mutton Buster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is a word from our chairman of the board, Pat Man Phillips.
Howdy, I'm Pat Man Phillips, and I'm privileged to serve as chairman of the board of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. On behalf of the show's 36,000 volunteers, we want to thank you for your support so we can keep doing what we do best, promote agriculture, our rich Western heritage, and support the youth of Texas. I've lived in Texas all my life, but it wasn't until I moved to Houston that I felt the power of a community that works together. We have access to all forms of professional sports, music, and live entertainment. And it's right here in our own backyard.
There's nowhere else we would rather have our organization or a basketball team than Houston. You know, it's home. I love to brag about the Rockets and the other sports teams in town. And one of the first things out of my mouth when I'm talking about the great qualities of Houston is the rodeo.
I'm a music guy, so knowing the wide range of programming that the rodeo offers over the course of March is incredible to me, and in that I think the Houston Symphony and the rodeo have a lot in common.
These organizations bring fans together to celebrate under one roof. They stimulate the economy, provide education, and give back to the community. It doesn't matter if the performance is on a stage, grass, or dirt. They make our city not just a place to live, but a place to be proud of.
I feel like we've never been in a better spot as partners, and our partnership as we're looking into the future is really, really bright.
I think we should all be grateful to be in this town, and we're grateful that we have the rodeo to kind of bring us all together every year.
I think our relationship with the rodeo is unique. We both have the same goals for the community, and that's a partnership that we've enjoyed and we want to continue for many years.
Because of you, we can all continue to do what we do best, and for us, that means promoting agriculture, showcasing our rich Western heritage, and supporting education for the youth of Texas. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Let's rodeo!
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Hey folks, it's time to vote for the Hard Luck Awards, sponsored by Amegy Bank. You get to be the judge and decide who our winner is tonight. Watch the replays and your applause will determine who had the toughest luck. They'll go home with an extra $200 in their pocket thanks to Amegy Bank. We have 3 rides for you to vote on. We want you to cheer for all of our athletes, but save your biggest applause for who you think had the roughest ride. This is my favorite part of the night, and here's why. We finally give power to the people. You're going to be the ultimate judge on who gets the money from Amegy Bank. Yes, we're only going to show you 3 rides and wrecks. But listen, sometimes the worst one is the first one, sometimes it's the middle, sometimes it's the last. Anytime you see something that you think the Cowboy deserves to get a cheer, go ahead and explode. Remember, you're the judge. Let's get started in the bull riding with a Texas bull rider by the name of Trey Benton. And you're going to get 4 looks at this bull stepping on him. There's the first one. Watch it right there. Right on the back of his calf. You see him grab it with his hand? Down, he gets tipped upside down, and then the bull comes down hard. Watch this. He's going to reach up with his hand and go, "Oh, help me." Now, how loud can you get for a Texas bull rider? 94. Come on. Chris Stapleton fans, we got to get into the hundreds. You got to get a little louder.
Well, what about a Wyoming bronc rider who took a terrible spill? Watch this. He's making a great ride, and then see ya, boom! He is gonna land on his noggin and do the scorpion. Come on, folks, help out a Wyoming cowboy. 93, we're headed in the wrong direction.
All right, let's go to Jordan's, or actually Robbie Taylor Jr. All right, friends, have you ever had a bull get two athletes at one time? Spin him, bounce him off the back. The bullfighter says, I got him, and the bull goes, no, I got you both. They hook the bullfighter and the bull rider. This is two athletes with one bull, and they both go flying. So, ladies and gentlemen, our last chance at 100. How rowdy will you get? Go! Check it out, 100. Thanks to you, Junior Taylor is going to receive the money from Amagi Bank. During our last rodeo performance on Championship Saturday, we'll show our top roughest rides, and the winner that night will be crowned this year's Hard Luck Award winner. They'll walk away with the grand prize of $2,500. That's the Hard Luck Award, sponsored by Amagi Bank. The wait is over. The time has come. It is now time to put your children on farm animals and have some fun. Compliments of Mutton Bustin', brought to you by HEB. And now let's go down to the arena floor for Andy and Janie and their entourage.
Grab a snack, get ready for some of the best entertainment at the rodeo, and it's right behind us. It's Mutton Bustin' time.
It's getting wild down here. We got to keep these bullfighters under control. Time for the Mutton Bustin'. Let's get it started.
Hattie Astor of Katy, Texas, pretty in pink.
I love the pink. I love the sparkles, and she's an even better Mutton Buster. Great job, cowgirl, to kick us off.
Frankie needs to buy a vowel. Frankie Lingenfelder from Houston. Go, Frankie!
He wants to be a world traveler, but he just traveled all the way to the back end of that pin. Good job.
Birdie Lorenzo, 6-year-old Birdie, loves mutton busting and fried Oreos. Birdie, we need to go to the Midway and get some snacks.
When Birdie grows up, she wants to be a mom. The greatest job in the world. I love that.
Amen. Let's sparkle and make a ride.
And you really shine out there. I love those silver boots and your bedazzled jeans. Good job out there.
Go to the Northwest with Montgomery, Texas's Kaysen Davis. Go, Kaysen!
Go on, Kaysen! What a great ride. He's like, where am I? Oh, I made it all the way to the end. Good job.
Here's Kaysen's neighbor, Peyton Ader from Tomball. Looking good in those pretty pink boots.
Loves sprinkled donuts and wants to be a chef. How fun.
Take you all the way to Midland with Anderson Lindsay, 5-year-old Anderson.
Future police officer for Anderson, and awesome pink from head to toe. Wave to the crowd, you're amazing.
Ford Lunn wants to be an LSU football player, 6-year-old Ford.
Favorite food is the turkey leg. Hope he gets a turkey leg after that great ride.
Peyton McCord, 5-year-old Peyton from Houston, likes eating cotton candy. Favorite animal's a bull.
Oh, hang on. You gave that everything you had. Good job out there. That was a tough one.
Now it's Texas City and Harper Melkor, 5-year-old Harper, loves watching barrel racing and wants to be a baby doctor.
Oh, these kids are so smart. And look, the coolest bell bottoms I have seen at the rodeo.
Boyd said they were coming back. Lakely Brown, 6-year-old Lakely from Houston. Lakely wants to be a teacher.
Loves the jumbo pretzels here at Rodeo Houston. Wow, what a great ride! We hung on the side of that sheep all the way to the very end. This is gonna be a tough one to judge.
5-year-old Riley Brown likes carnival rides and loves seeing the cows. Sparkle it up, Riley.
She is shining here at Rodeo Houston. Gotta love our bullfighters taking care of all of our awesome kids.
Here's Crosby's Thiago Granados.
Whoa, that was great. The crowd loved that. Future firefighter right there.
Here's an astronaut in training, Gracie Sadler of League City. 5-year-old Gracie coming at you.
Gracie loves the mutton busting, and you can see why. She's good at it. Way to go.
The Woodlands brings us Ada Fontenot, 6-year-old Ada wants to be an artist. Draw us up something good.
All right, I see you making an awesome run. We're still on that Jeep. Houston, look at this.
And then there was one, Alexandra Wynn of Houston, Texas, 5-year-old Alexandra on her way.
Good job, Alexandra. She loves the fried Oreos, wants to be a firefighter. One cool kid.
We had a great group of cool kids. They've got their back numbers. Heck, their names even on it. Is that not awesome? And they've got a core memory from a night where they got to compete inside NRG Stadium with the mutton busting. But each and every time we do this is the 11th performance, we pick a champion. Our champion gets a special prize for being our nightly winner, and that champ gets to chat with Janie.
Ada, you are our winner. Hey, I gotta know, you were one of the last ones to go, but how did you stay on the sheep all the way to the end? We're not sure. We're just that talented at it. Hey, what's your favorite color?
Pink and black.
Good choices. Hey, because you're our winner, you're going to get this beautiful buckle from HEB. I want you to take that buckle, show us your smile, and show that buckle to the camera because you are our winner. Let's hear it for Ada in the mutton busting.
Beautiful smile, Ada, and thank you to HEB for bringing us the mutton busting.